Now I will invite the son of Khalid Hasan, Jeffrey Hasan.
I want to thank Ambassador Haqqani for hosting this event today. You know, we've been spending most of the last week at various memorial services talking about my father to people who didn't know him as well as some of the people here know him. And that includes, you know, a lot of people. And I wrote an email about my dad. I wrote it the night, you know, he passed away. And I sent it out to probably about 50 or 60 people. And I had 40 people, at least, email me back and thank me. Their first sentiment was not to say, I'm sorry about your loss. Their first sentiment was to say, thank you for telling me about such a great man. And I have some prepared remarks here I want to provide. I've tailored them a little bit because I know that so many people here knew him and had such a long history with him. But my father passed away peacefully with his family by his side. He exhibited courage, dignity, and honor throughout his fight with cancer, no different than the qualities he exhibited throughout his lifetime. My father was a man of great intellect, accomplishment, and integrity. He published over 40 books drawn from his newspaper columns and translations. He spoke several languages fluently and is the world's preeminent translator and authority on the works of Manto, and of course Faiz, one of the world's great poets. My father worked as a journalist, foreign service officer, as press secretary to Prime Minister Bhutto. He was a proud Kashmiri who lived and breathed the culture, history, and politics of his homeland. He championed the cause of Kashmir throughout his lifetime, and the people of Kashmir have lost a great son and advocate. Beyond his many professional accomplishments, my father was a friend and mentor to countless people, and his reputation knew no bounds or borders. His generosity of spirit is legendary, and he helped countless people throughout his lifetime. Above all, as other people have already noted, my father was a great humanist, and he embraced the dignity of every person he came in contact with, regardless of their rank or station in life. He was also a great conversationalist and had a biting wit. He did not suffer fools gladly. As someone once wrote, Khalid Hasan is a brilliant columnist with a light touch that takes the air out of inflated egos. And my father in his day deflated quite a few egos. Other than his family, the two great loves of my father's life were fine writing pens and cricket. And I brought a couple of items with me that were near and dear to him. The first is his favorite Mont Blanc pen, which he carried everywhere. It's engraved with his name. It's dented, which means it got a lot of good use. And the second, which might be even more meaningful to him, is his press pass from the cricket 1992 World Cup finals in Melbourne and Australia. He was very, very proud to have covered Pakistan's improbable win against England. And he recounted many times with enthusiasm the thrill of standing on the field as the crystal trophy was hoisted in the air. And as I think most people know here, there was no certainty of that win. It could just as easily have been England, but it wasn't. And my father was probably as nervous as anyone else. And there's another side story there that I'll tell another time, but he had quite a lot of trouble procuring a visa. And true to form, he didn't let it rest. He sent a letter to the Australian ambassador in Pakistan about the issue. He had a letter published in one of the Australian newspapers about the issue. And there were a whole number of other things going on. These press passes would not have allowed him in unless Pakistan had been in the finals. He thought that was a great injustice, so he had a few things to say about that. And I think once Pakistan did actually get in, the first thing he did when he got access to the stadium was he marched in to the press office and demanded to see the seating chart for the journalists. And unsurprisingly, the Pakistani journalists were sort of in the back. They didn't have great seats. So he and his colleague basically arranged for Pakistani journalists to get better seats. So, so he was thrilled. He loved cricket. And as my father once wrote, where there are Pakistanis, there is cricket. And he was a huge fan all his life. All of us hope to leave a positive mark on the world, and my father left many marks. He left this world a better place than the one he found, and we will never see anyone like him again. I'm proud he is my father, I am proud to be his son, and I cannot wait to tell my own son about him one day, and my own son is due to be born within the next month, so I'll get to work on that soon. My father loved to quote from the great religious texts of the world, and it is from these books that I draw this universal truth. We are to God, and to him we are returning. On behalf of our family, we have lost a father, a husband, and a great man, and we will miss him terribly. Thank you.